A gentle breeze, carrying the faint, sweet scent of cedar, stirred the air. It whisked him back to his homeland, a poignant memory of the place from which he had been torn. He prayed to the God of his ancestors, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of deliverance. The king's decree was but a whisper against the thunder of a higher power. Daniel heeded it not, for there are forces far more formidable than earthly kings and their fleeting kingdoms. But that night, as Daniel knelt once more in prayer, the chamber door burst open, splintering the quiet. Darius, enthroned in his regal splendor, watched as his most trusted advisor was roughly thrown onto the cold stone floor, treated like a common criminal. The other advisors, their faces contorted in smug satisfaction, lurked in the shadows. The truth began to dawn on the king. Their venomous hatred for Daniel, their desperate desire to see him perish. King Darius rose, a heavy sigh caught in his chest, his voice thick with sorrow.
Daniel, why have you done this? You know the dire consequences of defying a royal decree.
Daniel, with unwavering resolve, replied,
My heart belongs to one king, and his legions follow me wherever I may go. Do what you deem necessary, my lord. Then the lion's den awaits you, my friend. May your God, whom you serve so faithfully, deliver you.
The king turned away, his eyes haunted by the grim prospect as Daniel was dragged from the hall. The passage to the lion's den was a tunnel of despair, flickering torchlight casting grotesque shadows on ancient, damp walls. Darkness pressed in on Daniel, suffocating and absolute. He couldn't yet see them, but he could feel the guttural growls of the lions vibrating through his very bones.
Though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
From the inky blackness, they emerged. Eyes like smoldering embers, bodies a symphony of lethal strength, jaws agape, dripping with the promise of a swift, brutal end. The lions padded forward, their powerful muscles rippling beneath their tawny fur. Every silent step was a coiled spring of power, both restrained and ready to unleash. Daniel stood his ground, meeting their gaze head-on. His body was a tight knot of fear, but then he drew a deep breath and consciously relaxed his clenched fists.
They open their mouths wide against me, like a roaring lion to its prey. But you, Lord, to me, do not be far from me. You are my strength. Come quickly to help me.
One of the massive lions coiled, its powerful hind legs tensing, preparing to spring. But God sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths, and they did not harm Daniel. The lions' jaws closed, and they circled Daniel, settling at his feet as tame as lambs. Above ground, Darius found no solace. He paced restlessly until the first hint of dawn, tormented by visions of shredded flesh and splintered bones, the righteous man's blood staining his conscience. With the first pale fingers of sunrise stretching across the horizon, he rushed to the den.
Daniel, has your God shielded you from the embrace of death? My king, I stand alive. My God has sealed the mouths of the lions.
Relief. A tidal wave washed over the king. He immediately commanded the den to be opened. Daniel emerged, utterly unscathed, stepping from the suffocating darkness into the welcoming dawn, surrounded by the hushed whispers of awe and terror from the trembling governors who watched with dread. In that profound moment, Darius understood true power, a power stronger than kings, fiercer than lions, sharper than the swords of his enemies. Daniel stood before him, his eyes alight with quiet victory, a living testament to a faith that no pit nor prince could ever conquer.